Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to the second video of the series. I'm so glad that you came back so quickly. And I want to start with, go ahead and let's do the gamut spot one time. Tapping the gamut spot, look straight forward, eyes open, closed, open. Look far down right, only with the eyeballs. Look straight forward, look far down right, look straight forward. Circle the eyeballs a few times, going to the right. Go to the left. And then look forward. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes and then hum. Count to 5 out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hum again. Take a deep breath and release. Exhale. And you can always do the gamut spot. Use this for sleep. You can use it to interrupt your progress if you feel like, oh, there's something coming up, but I can't really get it out. I don't really know why I cannot shake this stress in my body. I can't sleep. My mind is busy, like that. When we feel stuck, do the gamut spot on both hands several times. It's really helpful. So now we're going to rub the sore spot. Remember the sore spot? We're going to rub on the left side. By the way, you can do the right side also if you're left-handed. It doesn't make any difference. So rubbing the sore spot rather firmly, not to cause pain at all, but you don't want to just smooth out over your fabric of your clothing, okay? So rubbing there, massaging, and then repeat after me and say, so even though I had this stressor, remember the stressor that you made a note of? So say that one out loud, like got a confrontation with a boss or a colleague or relationship, whatever that might have been. So even though I had this stressor and I feel it in my body, and then name where you feel it in your body, and it's about the number, the intensity, say that name, say that number, and then the emotion. And this stressor makes me feel anxious, overwhelmed, whatever it is for you. So I want to do the best I can to love and accept myself. I choose peace, higher understanding, and self-love. Now tap the top of the head and then mention the place in your body that is stressed. Maybe tightness in the chest or tightness or the pressure in the throat, like that. Between the eyebrows, and you keep repeating, saying those words. Outer corners of your eyes, keep repeating, say pressure in my throat. Keep saying that. Underneath the eyes, the cheekbones, underneath the nose, underneath the lower lips, so you can close your eyes and I will mention the points, and you just repeat verbally the part of the body that is feeling that stress. 10 fingertips around your collarbones, underneath the left armpit, underneath the right armpit, top of the left wrist up, wrist down, right wrist up, and wrist down. Karate chop around the knees, one at a time, inside of the knees, back to the top of the head. Now as you're tapping, notice if the area is calmer. See if there's still more tension. If there is, you may continue. Let's do it all together. Another round between the eyebrows and say, I still feel tension or pressure in my throat, for example. Say it that way with me, outer corners of your eyes. Don't give up. Keep saying it. Don't think. Even if you do it rather quickly, we're changing the brain pathways. Underneath the eyes, underneath the nose, underneath the lower lip, and collarbones. Under one armpit. Keep breathing with me. Under the other armpit. Still feeling tension, tightness in my throat. Wrist down. Right wrist up. Wrist down. Karate chop. Around the right knee. Take a deep breath. Exhale it. Left knee. Still feel pressure in my throat. Whatever yours is, say that. Inside of your knees. Top of the head. Between the eyebrows. Underneath the eyes. Outer corners of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Now as you tap under the nose and say, I am willing to release this pain, tension, tightness, whatever the sensation is for you. In my throat, in my back. Say it that way now. Underneath the lower lip. We're going to change the affirmations now. As you tap under your lower lip, on your chin, you say, I am willing to learn from all this. Collarbones. I am releasing the stress. Under the arm. I'm willing to let go a little bit more right now. Take a deep breath. Other arm. And none of this may make sense to the mind, but let's just go with the flow. Trust the process. Tap on the wrist and say, I'm letting go of this issue of the pain in my back, in my throat, whatever, with every cell of my body. Wrist down. I want to understand my body. Right wrist up. I refuse to hold on to this any longer. Having this stressor has made me feel like I have no control. Karate chop. And it's kind of made me afraid. Right knee. I kind of feel stuck. I feel stuck in this situation in a way. Inside of your knees. And I am willing to do whatever it takes to let go of this feeling. Top of the head. This emotion is so stressful and so intense between the eyebrows. I want to let go a little bit more right now. Outer corners, even though it wasn't my fault, underneath the eyes, I'm still stressed because of it. Under the nose. But right now, I realize, tap under your lower lip, this feeling is familiar. Collarbones and similar situations have happened in the past. And it reminds me of when I was much younger. And so now I'm willing to release and let go of it. Left wrist up. And to really rescue and cherish and take care of myself. Wrist down. I remember when I was much younger. Right wrist up. And as you tap and say, a lot of times growing up, I didn't feel like I was in control either. Wrist down. And I hate it. And I still do hate having no control. Karate chop. And I used to be afraid. Some of us we grew up afraid. Sometimes some of us, we were afraid here and there. So you can say it, whatever it was for you. Tap around your right knee. Tap around the left knee. Breathe deeply inside your knees. So this situation reminded me of other situations in the past. Top of the head. And so I feel this stressor in my body, and then name where you feel it now. Maybe it's moved, maybe it's now in your back, maybe between the eyebrows. And I want to feel comfortable. I'm willing to breathe deeper. Outer corners of your eyes. Take a deep breath and release. Underneath your eyes. Take one more deep breath and release it. Under the nose, breathe deeply. Under the lower lip. Tap your collarbones. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhalation, reach those arms overhead. Inhale, stay with me. Exhale, release the arms by your sides. Put your right hand over the center of your chest. Put your left hand on top of it. If you have your stuffed animal, bring your stuffed animal in your heart and squeeze it in your heart. Now close your eyes and take a whole bunch of deep, deep breaths. And now hold a part of yourself that doesn't feel safe. Help it feel safe and protected. Breathing to the heart and releasing. Deep breath into the heart, releasing. Another deep breath into the heart and releasing. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. If it's not available to you to close your eyes, just simply look down softly, hold, breathe into the heart, releasing. Here's when you may have a memory of when you were a child or much younger. It could have been last week. You pretend or visualize you are holding that part of you that didn't feel safe at the time. So breathe into the heart and releasing. Imagine yourself holding your younger self in your heart and just breathing deeply, holding it the same way you hold your dogs or cats or kids when they were little, when they were afraid. Hold your younger self in your heart. Help them feel safe and protected. Deep, deep breath into the heart, releasing. Let yourself relax. You can even scoot back into your chairs. Maybe cross your ankles. Drop your chin to the chest, a little to the left. Deep breath into the heart and releasing. Another deep breath into the heart and releasing. Another deep breath into the heart, releasing. Help them feel safe and protected. Now say verbally or in your mind to that younger version of yourself, tell them, I'm sorry for not knowing to come rescue you until now. Please forgive me, even though there's nothing to forgive. Even though I've done my best, but do forgive me for being unattentive and creating all these unpleasant memories. Deep breath into the heart and releasing. And say to them, thank you for being a part of me. Deep breath into the heart and releasing. I love you. And now put a big golden ball of love around your younger self, around yourself. Deep breath into the heart, releasing. Breathe with them. Concentrate. Deep breath into the heart and then releasing. Another deep breath into the heart and releasing. And now hold on with your right hand to your stuffed animal or your right hand on your heart center. Tap the top of the head with the 5 fingertips on your left hand and say, I have held on to this stressful emotion, maybe anxiety, fear, anger, whatever, ever since I was much younger. Tap between the eyebrows. I don't have to hold on to it anymore. Tap out a corner of the eye. I'm releasing, letting go today. Underneath the eye, I am committed now to my younger self. I take full responsibility. Tap under your nose for keeping him safe and protected. Underneath the lower lip. It is time for me to let go now. It is time to claim my power now. I know I can do it. Tap across your collarbones with the fingertips on the left hand and say, I forgive myself for taking it so hard, for beating myself up for this thing that happened. I am doing the best I can, and the rest of my life begins today. Top of the head. I am perfect the way I am. Between the eyebrows, and I always was perfect the way I was. Outer corner. I'm releasing all those things holding me back. Underneath the eyes, I am safe now, united with my younger self. Under the nose, I am now able, willing, and ready to educate, emotionally educate my younger self. I'm no longer stuck. I am empowered. Tap under your lower lip and say, I have nothing to feel bad about. I am awesome, and I was always awesome and amazing. Tap your collarbones and say, I let go of all the stress in my body, all those negative thoughts holding me back. Exhale. Wrap your arms around your stuffed animal or put your hands on your heart. Take 3 more deep breaths with me. Actually, with your own little self. Deep breath into the heart, releasing. Let them melt into your heart. Breathe into the heart. And now the 2 of you are together at last. Strong team, learning life lessons together, and it's all okay. Take 1 more deep breath into the heart, and then releasing. Another deep breath into the heart, and releasing. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes and come back. And then we can scoot to the front of the chair, and we're gonna just rescue our own younger self. Always, 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 they're in your heart, always with you. You can repeat this entire video again if intense emotions coming up, again and again and again. Don't forget your deep breathing for the next video. I want you to just put your little stuffed animal, keep them in your heart, in your arms, and just caress them as if you're caressing your own younger self. So, and if this you don't have a stuffed animal, just caress your hands over your shoulders. You can put both hands on the opposite shoulders and just caress, or you can tap one at a time and take some deep, deep breaths. These are all skills for you to soothe yourself and comfort yourself. Keep that part of yourself safe and protected. Little by little, aches and pains in the body will go away, should go away, must go away. Sometimes we need the support of a qualified practitioner. Reach out to me if you feel like, oh, there's something there and I need help. Don't hold back. Reach out and help yourself. You deserve it. This is very important work. So for the next video, I want you to write down 3 questions and answer them. One of them is, what do I want for me, for my life? And don't get upset if you don't know what you want. Sometimes we're like, oh, I just don't know what makes me happy. I just want to be happy, or something like that, you know. And I'll help you get work through it. And then number 2 question is, what are my priorities in my life? What are my priorities in my life? Number 1, what do I want for my life, for my future, my mission? What do I want to do with my life? Number 2, what are my priorities? All right. Number 3, am I willing to do what it takes? Am I willing to do what it takes? You have to commit to this work. Okay? It's a daily intention, is a daily work. And I know you got this. You want to help yourself. I know you do. So write the answers, and I'll see you for the next video. Hands to heart. Namaste.